demonetized.
Or he could cut it out.
Either way,
you're demonetized.
I never tried to monetize.
Hence, you try to sell it every week. Hey, I'm sponsored by what are you drinking this week?
Exactly.
Your ass.
I'm drinking my ass.
There we go.
They make fine quality ass beers.
Out of your ass.
Quality ass beers. You know, I saw a chart while at Just Tap tonight. I had to do the number 2s there.
Ooh.
And they had a whole chart of different types of beers. Oh, he took his pants off, but I mean, ass beers was not on there. Alt beers were, but not ass beers.
Recording this.
Mm-hmm. You can cut it out.
I cannot.
I can cut it out.
We don't have multiple.
Can you cut out this dick?
That's a lot to cut out.
It's Pride Month and Tyler's going trans.
Don't I need
What?
Jade's?
I support it. You want to cut your dick out?
I mean, whose approval do I need? Do I need Jade's approval? Do I need
You need
Girl's approval?
top
Do I need
tier
the doctor's
clearance at
approval?
work,
Do I need
John.
First off,
22's
John, there's an
approval?
evolution to her. She was Goth Girl, then she was Gothaletta, and Tyler's not a fan of my new name for her. Goth.
Goth X4,
okay,
pretty
so-
much.
You gotta call, like, you
So
literally...
is it a Pokemon now?
Goth.
No,
Gothaletta wasn't
she
actually
had
Pokemon.
been, but according to Justin.
Goth. I'm trying to make it even more like it's harder to say her name discreetly, not just Goth. It's Gothaletta, not Goth.
Let me tell you about tonight's interaction with, I'm not going to say her actual name on the podcast.
Yeah, so there he was, barbecue sauce on his titties.
No, like, I saw her as I was playing Time Crisis trying to beat the other dude's score.
With barbecue sauce on your tits.
With barbecue sauce on my titties, apparently. And I saw her, I was trying to say, like, hey, but, I was trying to, play my game. Anyway.
Did she come up and lick him?
No. She comes over later.
Well, I'm not interested.
She comes over later, and it's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good, I was trying to say hi. We were both like, we were trying to say hi earlier, but, game happening. And I'm like, Justin, look who's here. He's just like, They're like, Justin, look the fuck up. Because he's on his fucking phone.
I was reading One Punch Man.
Reading manga, because that's all he does at Reboot. And he looks up and he's like, oh, goth. But he didn't say that, but still.
She gave you and I a hug.
Yeah.
I like reading manga at Reboot because, one, I was listening to the music. Two, I read manga and I just observe those around me.
If you're actually looking up from your phone.
I do look up and around. Up and down, up and all around.
I mean, you could observe them in your peripheral vision.
Yeah. Me, insert the entirety of the Sonic Adventure 1 track for Speed Highway now.
So this
We're
video,
back, now do it again. It's like,
So the video's gonna be like 3 hours long?
Yeah.
you know what, John? Do it again. I was like, just...
But I mean,
You gonna test me again, John?
I will say the game...
Play it 3 times over itself. Start at 5 seconds, so it's going to overlap.
So why don't we just throw in Sonic Adventure 2 in here as well?
Well, John, I want to listen to a good soundtrack.
What, the first
I wish Kurt was here.
we could have him as a guest one time.
Yeah, actually, we have a
He will
coworker.
get definitely in detail for like Sonic and every
If
other
they ever
game.
do announce something like major, like the next Sonic game, me and Kurt can talk about it.
Y'all could actually record it at the Reboot. He just jacked his dick off.
I just scratched my hair
While giving an aggressive look of I'm jacking my dick off, but I will say
apparently that's a look. My signature jacking my dick off look.
he has one. But I will say going to play the game the first time and people were on it, I was just like, oh damn, people are playing this game. I can't play it right now. But there was a I didn't see her face because something else was distracting me. But she had smallish breasts, but for her size, this ass was fat, y'all.
Who are you talking about?
Just a random girl at Reboot tonight.
Oh. I thought you were describing goth. I was like, that's not true.
distracted. It's like,
There was just some random person I'd never seen before. I'm just like, that ass has my eyes glued.
I swear you have
you know what? That's your male gaze, and that shit needs to stop.
Male glaze?
Male gaze.
It was just...
You want to put your male glaze on it. You do that non-consensually, prison.
It was National Donut Day.
It was.
Ooh.
They were trying to give out, 1 million free donuts?
That's it.
From what I saw in an advertisement? They
In
were trying to.
In honor of National Donut Day, I'm going to spend the rest of the podcast talking like Homer Simpson.
Someone...
Boy.
I have friends with on Facebook that's a photographer, usually around the major Atlanta cons.
Mm-hmm.
he tried to get her like one free donut a day, and he said there's a line all the way out the door. It's not moving fast, but they all look like teenagers there. So
What time of day?
it was around like 9 or 10.
Marge, the teenagers are taking
Tonight.
away my donuts.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, the last time we tried to go for like free donut day or whatever, where they give like a dozen free.
Mm-hmm.
Even our local one was like out the door, and I guess the demand was not.
It's free. Shit.
Well, that was a free dozen. This is like I guess only a free donut today,
Okay.
but still, like it took almost like 30 minutes to an hour just to get that dozen because of production and how fast it goes for Krispy Kreme donuts. But
Yeah.
they're good as fuck.
I know one time when I think Crystal's was doing their like celebration for, I think it was 50
Probably
years?
75 at this point. Hold on, let's look it up.
I can't remember. It was a few years ago, but they were selling it for like insanely cheap. It was for some. I wanna say they were 10
it probably was 50 cent, like 50 cent a
for
crystal.
50, that's
yeah.
I think for like 50 years. I can't remember. But like me and my grandmother went, and it's like it was like we only had like a line, like it was within the restaurant, but it wrapped around like the eating area. So it's like it was still like a 30-minute wait, and I was like, man, like I told the guy like I was gonna tell the lady like no onions because I don't like onions on my crystals, but I was like, they don't have the time to like. So I was like, so I'm just gonna not bother with that. And I was like, I wonder like who honestly was like gonna speak like. Let's say you didn't get your order right on a big day like that. Like I ordered a free donut, but also wanted this, and there's something off with it. It's like, do you see the line, motherfucker? Do you, like respect the people. Also, I saw something on Twitter today that was funny. Actually, or a reboot. This person was getting, I think it was Arby's, and they were paying with a counterfeit bill, and they hand it to the girl, and she goes to check it because it's like a $20 bill or whatever, and she's like, with the marker on it, and you see her turn and call her manager, and the lady goes, "Damn," and like she's inching forward to make sure if she's calling over her manager or not. Then like when somebody walks over, she just takes off, and I was like, "Damn." She's like, "Dang it didn't work this time." But like that's somebody took that clip and like you can zoom in, you can even go. She goes, "Damn!" Like it was Motifa.
That's Motifa's a better person.
No, she's not.
Motifa's also fictional, but she's a better person.
Motifa is our not merciful god, and she looks like a bitch. There's a flying large black woman going.
Based off this, I really want like an actual definition of what a bitch looks like.
You're a bitch. You're a lover. You're a beanie. You're my brother.
I mean, I'm sure you could just Google search it.
What is a bitch? Well, female dog.
Okay, for Tyler's purposes, I guess Urban Dictionary or whatever is the equivalent nowadays.
Okay, Urban Dictionary will be like, slang wise, but I mean, like, is there like a visual actual definition of a bitch?
Right now, it's you.
Exactly, it differs depending on the situation. So, what is like the definitive? Not necessarily the person who you're calling a bitch, but like, is there a look?
That look.
They don't. This is a great visual podcast, John.
Yes, as I'm pointing to you and your beanie, you little bitch.
I wear the beanie no matter what. It don't matter. You gave me this gift. This is all your fault. I say this every time.
I regret it every day.
What, me saying this, or?
I'm cutting off your smut.
John, you just fixed the internet, I thought.
What type of phone do you have?
Yeah.
I'm going to cut it off. Or give you a hard cap. See how long it takes you to smut it up.
Hard cap of 50 megabytes, I bet. Well,
Tyler,
better go to Discord while I can. Yeah. What you want?
Here's the definition of a bitch.
Hold up.
Describe what Marcel Wallace looks like.
Why?
Marcel Wallace.
What does he look like?
Was he at school?
Does he look like a bitch?
I feel like he was at school.
Have you ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Not that part.
The first part of the movie.
I've seen multiple parts of it, just not all the way through.
You've probably more familiar with the. Well, I mean, they did parody that entire scene in Boondocks. Like,
yeah.
What ain't no country? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
What?
And the fact that they got Samuel L. Jackson to play Gin Rummy too.
Yeah. I don't know if he did it later seasons, but still.
Well, he didn't come back for like all of season 3. I think Gin Rummy disappeared for like a season, then he came back in season 4. Which apparently, according to the voice of Granddad, they're bringing Boondocks back again. But also, he's the guy that said season 4 of Boondocks was coming like a week after season 3 ended, and it took them they took 6 years off.
Yeah.
And apparently, I'm fine with it if Aaron McGregor comes back. But apparently, remember, you and me looked it up, I think, on the way to somewhere. Black Jesus is coming back soon, so I wonder if he's doing both or if they're going to do it without him, because I'd rather him back.
I mean, we're going to not have
but actually,
Murphy, but still.
He's done some new comics, McGregor, in the Boondocks. Like, it's pretty much like Ruckus in this new Trump era.
Hey.
And I was like, yeah, that's one reason why you'd want him back.
Yeah.
Like, you'd want that back, just because how would
Ruckus be in this climate?
Yeah, pretty much like Boondocks
climate.
could like take 8 years off or 4 and like come back whenever there's a new president for a few years, just like have Ruckus react.
Pretty much.
And then so I'm sure Darnell at work would be happy about that.
Oh yeah. Granted, I will say like season 4 and mostly season 3, there's not as many like good memorable moments. In my opinion,
season 3 was still good. Season 4, it was all right for the most part, but you can tell like the spirit wasn't there.
I mean, in my opinion, like just the animation style definitely made it different, and you can tell what season it is. But still, like
season 3 was good. I mean, season 3 also had some really good animated episodes, like the kickball episode.
Oh yeah,
didn't have to go that.
No,
hard.
I always remember the kickball episode.
And then
that's always a good episode.
I mean, for real, like season 3 had the cookie sales.
Okay,
episode, just where
chocolate sales.
Yeah, chocolate. Where Riley goes off on that guy, like, damn, like that.
I could have just walked away from this, but then I thought, what if this was a movie?
And he almost straight up got killed. Like he was gonna go out hard as hell. Like,
luckily, the FBI or some other rival gang stepped in.
DEA,
FBI, fuck them.
Well, they handled drugs, Tyler, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like the people they were dealing with, were in drugs, but he was literally just selling chocolate.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with it. The other people did.
But they were like, "You're encroaching on our territory."
And that little girl voiced by Tara Strong, like there's always like
the female twin tails
that like beat his ass in basketball.
Yeah,
I miss the Boondocks. I'm fine with the season 4. Like if they can't get him back full, I wish they'd like come back for a few episodes, just supervise it, like. I don't know, but I think he's one of those people he likes to have a lot of creative control. I mean,
you can tell, but you can tell when he does have creative control.
Me and Darnell were talking like, you ever think they're going to bring in Caesar? But it's like they've been talking about that forever. And they did do it in 4 seasons. His friend from back home.
Oh,
pretty much. Okay. Huey had a friend back there. Now, like
they had an episode with him, but yeah.
No, that wasn't Caesar. That was another guy.
Other guy.
Yeah, like that was their opportunity to put Caesar in, and they didn't. That me and him talked about that. Yeah.
John, thoughts on the Boondocks?
John?
I haven't watched that many episodes of it.
But of the ones you have seen, what's your thoughts on them?
What's your favorite Uncle Ruckus song?
What's your favorite racist moment?
Isn't the whole show racist?
I mean, it is, but it's showing, like,
Fuck your court! Just hump in the air.
It's pretty much Aaron Magruder showing... not
he's
necessarily daily life, but...
He's just calling to light just some, like, standards within, like, society does on both sides. I was going to say, like, black side, but it's also on white, like, but I'm not saying it's just those two races.
And then you have Uncle Ruckus being... He says it's revitiligo, but you can clearly tell he's probably a black man who is all about the white people.
He was born cursed. He didn't. Wasn't that like one thing he said one time? He said he was born white, but his skin like just turned.
Yeah, like immediately apparently.
Yeah.
He was immediately black, but born white. I love
that when he thought he was gonna die, he went to heaven and he turned white. Like, that was.
Yeah.
But that show had some good like real episodes, like when the guy was gonna be executed for pretty much like doing nothing.
In the power outage.
And Riley was like, not Riley, but Huey was like pretty much at the point of almost praying to God and like crying.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some real moments, Sean.
And then was it the mayor? No, it was the
Ed Wensler.
It was the governor. The governor was like, "Yo, we got evidence like this guy didn't do it or whatever." He's like, "Do I make the call or nah?" And then the power went out, and then right after the call comes through, he's like, literally, "Y'all should probably get that." So
I think it's from me. That's what he said. Like, I think it's from me. And then I love how Bushido Brown in the first season, this big threatening guy that Riley takes out with the electric glove. Like, he sneaks up. Sorry, Huey. He sneaks up on him, does that, or pretty much gets a good hit on him. Then like he hires him to fight those 3 old people that try to get revenge for Stinkmeter, and he gets killed. He gets decapitated.
Yes. It's also kind of like, what fuck?
They also would have LaShawn Thomas. He was like the art animation director. He's doing his own thing. He's actually doing Cannon Busters for Crunchyroll. He's pretty much like actually making a full-on like anime. So A lot of American people are working in anime nowadays. Apparently, the new art director for Sword and Shield. We can talk about that on this episode, John. Sword and Shield is some guy named Joshua, like some white guy living in Japan. So
I thought you were talking about like Joshua from our work. Like he's been secretly doing that before he moved to Cali.
But before we move on, Tyler, what's your favorite Boondocks moment?
I am the stone that the builder refused.
I am the visual, the inspiration
that
made Lady Sing the Blues, and the spark that makes your idea bright,
the
John.
same spark.
So you can know your left from your right.
No.
I am the ballad in the box, the bullet.
In the gun, the inner glow that lets you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun.
Judo flip, Sharp?
Come on.
Chop, chop, chop?
Nope.
Fuck.
This boy is probably asleep as it comes on.
Alright, John.
Probably.
Do the Aqua Teen theme song.
It's been too long since I've heard
It's
that.
been a
My
long
name
day without you, my friend. But I need to go
Shake
to
Zula,
sleep
the
because
Mike
I
Ruler,
got work
the old
in the
schooler. You want a
morning.
trip? I'll bring it to you.
Oh. Anyway.
Why does it feel like most Adult Swim shows I just can't remember because they all function like Robot Chicken? It's like they're short little things that I just forget.
Because
they're funny
most-
in the moment, and it's like, I forget.
Most Adult Swim programming is 15 minutes because that works for the show and how it
Yeah,
works.
no,
And the dynamic of the
every
show.
funny bit is like I forget. Like with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I don't remember any of
Well,
those.
okay, so
Arise,
if you only
chicken, arise.
if
It
you
says
only
that,
see
I remember that.
if you only see it like once or twice, yeah, it's not gonna stick. But if you watch it every night, either going to sleep or just watching it, you're gonna
No,
remember it.
I'm not,
So
because
You
I get
remember
up
him.
early to go to work.
You remember Hand Banana? Tonight, you. he's gonna rape Carl. What?
hold on. Jeopardy. These are the most threatening words in the human language. Tonight, you.
Okay, now I remember. No, it's like random characters I remember. It's like MCP Pants.
Yeah.
I want candy, bubblegum and daffy.
What?
Get in my face, she get your ass beat.
What iterations did MCP Pants appear as?
Let's see. First he was a spider. Then he was a cow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was after that.
He was an old man.
Yeah, an old man. That was a lie.
And then technically he became a Dracula, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was technically.
But he didn't perform as a Dracula. So.
Yeah, he like instantly died. So who
Yeah.
knows else he got reincarnated as?
No one yet. I want to say at one point he was maybe a fly, but I think that was maybe in hell. So.
Sure.
That's still an incarnation.
But it's not him performing though.
So when will we get Aqua Teen back?
Never.
I could see them coming back for a special.
Movie?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
But-
Didn't they want to make the second movie?
Death
Death Race is what they've been calling it. No, that's literally been the title
I'm
for
gonna
it.
say
Death
that's
Race.
been done title wise, but
I don't remember. It's something like
Death Race
that.
is a movie. It's
Yeah,
not
it is.
good, but still,
It was
didn't they
something
make like
that.
5? No, they made at least 4
Yeah.
Death Races.
They made at least 2.
No. I was
But
at
one was actually in theater. Well, actually, maybe 2 were in theater. The other
yeah.
2
No,
you're mentioning will probably like straight to like.
Yeah, no, I was
video.
at Reboot. Like they had on Sci-Fi. Death Race was playing, so and it
Death,
said
Death Fighter.
either way, Death Race like 4 was playing at the time or something of that name, but still, it was a convoluted plot line, but it still had like all the people from the main movies. I don't.
It was.
Danny
Cars
Trejo was in it.
Designed to kill people. Who
No,
cares?
it was they
raced
were
them.
in prison or whatever. They raced to possibly get out, but they had
and they
everything
had
available
tricked
to
out
them
vehicles,
to kill
so
each
they-
other. So
they made it like Mario Kart, but lethal.
yeah. And this one guy who was near, like, oh, I can get out. They're like, yeah, no, you're our main like money maker. You're staying in, even though you're like one race away from getting out. So they just torture or just give him an ultimatum or
Yes, I
something
barely
like
remember. It came out. Actually, it's probably like a 10-year-old movie now.
that, at least. But yeah, Death Race, y'all. Look it up. Don't look it though.
It's a C-ranked movie. It's like, sure.
We've got these C-list celebrities and maybe one B-list, but still.
These seedless.
C-list, C-list.
No, they were. God, who's the main actor in there? I forget.
It's not Statham.
It is Statham.
Is it Statham?
Yes.
Because I know Danny Trejo's like a mechanic in there or something like that.
He might have been in there too, but the main protagonist was Statham.
What's his first name, John?
Jason.
There you go.
Bitch.
How? I love that from Dave
Jason
Chappelle.
So,
No, it was a Scary Movie, sorry. But
this
still.
week there was a Pokemon's Direct,
Mhm.
and we can discuss that. They announced that Pokemon Sword and Shield would arrive.
With a raid.
With
raids, Tyler. Raid nights, Pokemon style now.
That's not.
You've never raided with us. We're actually gonna do it right.
I mean, we did.
Can we talk about that?
We did do gyms at one point.
I don't know if we ever talked about it on the podcast, but there were so many times, like in high school, we were there hanging out with Tyler, and I saw this man try for weeks, months on end, to beat the Lich King, and it's just like every time I was like, he does this for 4 hours, 3 nights a week, and I was like, you just don't get tired of, all right, let's do it. No, we can't do it. And I was like,
it's called progression.
You never progressed. I was like...
Some nights we did, and then we fall back, and then the next night we go do it again, and maybe get a little bit further, but...
I was like, Tyler, Jesus. Even when they nerfed him, y'all couldn't beat him. They had to, nerf him, twice, and y'all got him.
They technically nerfed him 5% every week for about 5 weeks. So, 6 weeks, because it went eventually to, 25 or 30%. It was 1 to 2, but...
I cannot believe... I would have lost, faith in that game. I was like, you...
I mean, there were nights where I was doing Ragnaros.
We were
trying to do that.
We were just sitting there thinking, I was like, Tyler, your guild sucks. I was like, you guys suck.
I never try to be in a good guild. I just in a guild. And we raid. That's all I asked for.
I mean,
I have friends.
Do you talk to them anymore, those people?
There's at least... Hold up.
What about Elder Fro? Is he still there?
He's not in the guild, but he's a part of the team.
Did he quit WoW?
No, he's still playing.
He just quit the guild?
He made his own guild. He still keeps in touch. He's an interesting person. I don't know if y'all will get along, but he's an interesting person.
So, what about that Canadian girl?
What?
Wasn't it a Canadian girl you were in love with or something like that for a little while? You liked or something like that?
No.
You knew?
It was a guy who made the guild. He's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
He's had multiple girlfriends throughout the time I've known him, and they all either are still somehow associated with the team or still play or occasionally play.
What's your guild name?
I ain't telling you.
Lazura?
The Hura?
Lazura.
Nomura? Nomura?
Tetsuya Nomura. That's why y'all can't finish a goddamn thing. Y'all trying to raid 6 on 6 different accounts at once.
But no,
Papa.
Yeah. Occasionally the guild leader, guild owner will, if we're in team speak now, he'll occasionally drag me up or come down to my channel and be like, hey, what's up? And just talk about what's going on in the guild or just what's happening in life. But
do you miss the days of you talking to all those people?
Those were the days. But no.
Talking to all those people online instead of your friends that were here. We're here right now, Tyler. They're not.
I haven't really raided in a while. The only times I did was I was off work and I just didn't want to go downtown. And then I was just like, yeah, y'all already have this stuff cleared on farm pretty much.
Hold on. Honest question.
Just let me go through and get them.
Honest question. Has there ever been a time you've had free time and you're just like, I don't feel like going downtown? Now, hold on. Before you answer that, you have money in your bank account.
I was going to say, that's the same.
Is it hypothetical or...
No. Has there ever been a day where you had the money to spend to go downtown, you're sitting there bored, but you're just like, I just don't feel like going?
You had the jacket first.
Or is it just, if you got money to spend and you're bored at home, you're going downtown?
See, there are multiple factors in what makes me go downtown.
All right, go ahead. Or events.
Had to wipe my nose or whatever they call it.
Tyler took a hit.
I took a hit. So it's either, am I saving for anything coming up? That's a factor.
No, we could throw that out because before Momo, we were spending money.
No. Yeah. I did save.
You saved nothing.
Saved nothing other
you
than...
learned.
It also depends on...
people throwing money at me, so I don't care.
It also depends on...
weather. No, Tyler went downtown in a tornado warning. You drove into the storm.
Yeah. I was at Just Tapped, and I'm at the farthest I could be from, sitting-wise from the windows. And they're like, oh, there's a tornado warning. And people were starting to come in the door, too, because it was that bad.
Well, they were probably downtown for other reasons. It's raining bad. Let's get in a building.
Yeah.
You drove away.
It was not raining at the time. I got there before that happened.
But you knew it was going to.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, I mean, if something comes through the window, even if it's super fast, I'm far back enough to where I can duck.
Tyler went, Mom and Pops, I know you guys know I'm here, so if I'm dead, you'll know. I'm going to go into the unknown.
Not only that, but if we had to, there's a fucking basement there.
Yeah.
But no, in terms of your question, it also depends on what time did I get up, if I was sleeping beforehand. What time is it when I decide if I want to go downtown? If it's too late, I'm just like, is it worth it? Let me work it.
What is too late for you to go downtown?
Pretty much, if I'm leaving at 7 and I was going to be back home by like 9 or 10, not worth.
So you need at least a 3-hour block.
But it's also Tuesday. There's 2 for Tuesdays in some places.
Why would you need to be back by 9?
I just like to be back by like 9 or 10 so I can at least start, wearing off the booze, eating, drinking, some milk.
So hold on, you need to get home to start wearing off the booze? Not wearing off the booze before you go home?
I have a glass of water before I leave.
God, if I knew a cop, I'd tell him.
You drink at home, you don't have to worry about that shit.
I'm sorry, if we knew a cop, this whole group would be in trouble.
Well,
I'm saying if we knew a cop, I'd say, hey, you want an easy ticket? Like, I was like,
Chad tried to be a cop. He didn't become a cop. He was a
a
bastard.
cop. He was a cop for the military.
Here in this town.
Yep. It's harder to be a cop in this town versus, I guess there's multiple.
In terms of how he got the
factors.
position, it is, but...
He had to train just as much, if not more, than they did, Tyler.
Yeah, but he didn't try to do it here, so I mean...
So, what is that? What are you trying to say? Why are you talking shit?
He tried to do it here, he just didn't.
He didn't try.
I thought he tried to. I thought he was going to try.
He didn't put this base as one of his lists. You get it like,
I
here's
think
my
he's
3.
I'm talking about
that I
after
wanna
he's
go to.
out.
I think he's talking about just being like he didn't want. Once he went into the military, he didn't want to do police work.
I thought he was like, this is a possibility of a job I
He
could
said
get
that
after I get out.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, it's
Then
definitely.
why didn't he do
possible.
it? He could have been
It's
like
a-
writing
he's-
tickets left and right on me.
He's going to school for other things. But yeah, you bet your ass if he really did. Like, Chad would write you a ticket.
And they probably look at it as like, oh wait, you're technically disabled.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support, Gian.
Not you. Well, that's still up in the
I can
air,
see
Tyler
that being
should
an
say.
insult from him to me, though.
Yeah. His brain don't work too good.
But no, I was saying the other day while putting up bananas
He's just
at work,
drinking it away, dude.
like, Chad, fuck you. I'm gonna be the first to like take your son when he's legal to go downtown and drink.
That's it. That's your big revenge.
I'll be like in my 40s,
I told him.
like my uncle.
I told Chad, I was like, "That's Tyler's just counting down the days till your son turns 16. Chase, you can drive on your own. Uncle Tyler needs some help. Chase, like Chase is gonna know where the bars are at. Like Tyler, where do you
I
need
need
to pick?
beer. It's Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday.
But I mean, like,
Fuck.
I figured by this time he's probably at either some house party or whatever. He's probably drank already. But I'm like, here's your first legal drink, dude.
What are you gonna? Oh, I wonder how Chad would handle it if you gave him his first like alcohol underage.
Legal drink, yeah.
No,
Oh,
underage.
I mean, I'm sure at his own house, like he'll be like, just drink in my presence, son.
Maybe. But
If you got a drink in my presence.
Hey,
Don't be driving.
Chase, here's one for the time capsule. If you can drink 3 beers, you can already handle more than your pops.
He's not wrong.
And I'm not even talking about 3 beers. I'm talking like
Just 3 drinks in general.
like wine coolers. Like I was like, pretty much like if you can drink 2 Seagrams, like you're better than your
Shit.
pops.
Shit.
How many Seagrams could you drink, Tyler?
Oh, did I eat?
What?
His logic. Did I eat?
You tell me, Tyler. If it's your most optimal,
Okay,
Tyler,
if I ate and if I'm not
If
just
you
like
and Chad-
sickened, if I'm not sickened by the taste, I can probably do at least
if you and Chad are gonna have a
6.
good old fashioned,
I can probably do at least
off,
6 before I have to pee, and then like another 3 or 4 that night.
that's a lot of liquid.
Exactly. They're also like 4%.
Yeah.
I had like 3 Athenas at like was it late night last night? No, I think I used the bathroom twice, but still, I already had more before that. So,
Weird flex, but okay.
hey,
So, when
Back
you
to
go
Pokemon.
downtown by yourself,
No.
when do you decide to go home? Is it like I gotta go?
I either have a set time, or when I'm just like I don't want to spend any more money, or I'm just like, yeah, I either need to drink some water and then I'll be good to drive, or
Then you
Water.
pass out and you just end up at home in the alley.
my home is the alley.
Yeah. might as
Sounds
well.
nice.
You might as well live downtown.
I know people.
Yes.
I mean, technically, like I could try and wake my uncle up and be like, "Hey, can I crash there for the night?"
Yes.
Hell no! Like what he said, hell no. Get
I
your
mean-
own goddamn DUI.
Get your own deal. But
Dude, what? Why'd you question what?
what?
So
Anyway,
basically,
I mean, oh no. Poop. Back when Arex was still here, I did say I said jokingly one time like,
you want to fuck me?
No, I said yeah, joke. Oh, anyway. But no, pretty much was like I think it was in a text, but she's like, "Hey, are you still at the bar?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on the couch sleeping it off." And she's like, "Okay," and then she contacted me the next day like, "I didn't notice if you were actually on the couch or not." Like, and if you were, like, you can't get out of the bar. So
what? At the couch?
Yeah, you know the couches with the TVs. I jokingly said like I was going to crash there for the night because I was too drunk or whatever. And at one point she really thought like, did I see him on there or no? So she had to like text me to make sure if I was or wasn't on the couch.
She couldn't lock you in there, basically.
Well, they had already locked the doors. She's like, oh shit, if you actually did do that, the doors are locked. You can't get out. So
you're trapped with the beer.
That's cool that like she wouldn't go back out. That means like they might have trusted you to stay there for the night. Also, they have cameras too.
Yeah, but
I'm sure like the most you would have got is maybe a drink and like a bag of chips. Like if you really were. But I know in Tyler you don't like any of those chips. Tyler, little known fact, listeners. Tyler only eats lightly salted chips.
I drink light drinks and eat lightly salted chips.
Mm-hmm.
What are light drinks?
Light beer.
I don't.
You do.
I do not.
I also didn't say you drink light drinks.
I enjoy me some porters. Occasionally, well, no, I enjoy stouts more than porters, but still, those are pretty heavy as fuck.
I hope to God there's one day we're at a panel and people are just bringing you beer, and
I would love that.
I just hope it happens.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to give Tyler
like here you go,
beer.
and then it's like
thank you. This shit's warm.
Or just Tyler's gonna be like, well, and I mean, Chad's gonna be like.
Chad won't be on the panel. He's never on here.
I mean, if he could go with us, he could go if we have a panel. Or the point is, like, I just want you to rub that in Chad's face. Like, Chad, I'm known for this, and Chad's gonna be like, yeah, you are. You're known for it.
Chad, I literally got like $3,000 worth of beer in this panel. What'd you get? A free pass.
That's beautiful.
Hey, what the fuck is it?
It's a little bench.
On whatever. Anyway. I mean, in a sense, like, if people are coming from around the nation and they're just like, here, try this beer from, like, local place, like, shit, yeah, I might try it. Might.
You're going to lose a kid. Spilling beer on yourself, you were sitting down.
He's, like, manning the booth. It's like, here's another local beer. Oh, thank you. He is wasted 24/7.
I wouldn't mind it.
One year at one of these conventions, I'm going to take Tyler's shirts, all the ones he packed, and just cut a hole where his nipples are.
Ooh, wee. You'll see how stiff they actually are.
Because it's just, little known fact, people. Tyler's nipples are stiff. He's trying to get ahead of that story now.
Well, I mean, most of these rooms are cold as fuck. Nipples do not react good to cold no matter who you are.
What do you mean good? That's subjective.
They do not react good. As in, like, they are not going to stay while they normally are in a non-cold room.
They don't react normally or well, not good.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Tyler ascended.
Oh. Speaking of ascended, isn't Evangelion supposed to drop soon on Netflix?
21st?
Of June or July?
June.
Ooh. So we can talk about that later. Like, oh man, these voice actors
are
not what we're used to.
I'm gonna watch it with the new dub.
Yeah, I was gonna say I won't say sub because we haven't heard them, but they're not what we used to.
I've heard this sub.
No, the new dub.
They're doing a new dub.
There's different voice actors.
It. Thing is, they allowed the main 3 people to come and audition, but she basically said like they were brought in there. The director's like, all right, here we go. And he was pretty much sitting there on his phone, didn't take him seriously. It's kind of like they only got an audition because fans like raised hell. It's like, why don't you give them a chance? Because Funimation brought them all back for the movies.
Plus, some of them kind of sound different from the original.
Well, I mean, it's been 20 years.
I know, I'm just saying sound different, but...
I was going to say, there's still like one movie left?
Yep. And we have no idea, like, Funimation had the rights to the movie, so we don't know if they bought... But also, it sounds like Netflix just, like, went out of the way, because apparently Netflix is going to put, like... Basically, like, Japan had this Evangelion decree where, like, nothing can release internationally for the old series until the movies are done. And so people are thinking, like, Netflix paid a shit ton to get the series, and they're redubbing it, and End of Evangelion, and Death of Evangelion, or Death of Rebirth.
Rebirth.
And so, and those weren't meant to be republished until the movies were over. Like, they had a box set out in Japan for the Blu-ray for the anniversary, but that was like a little, like, it was described as a one-time exception. And supposedly 2020 is when 3.0 plus 1.0. All the movies have been 1.11, 2.22, 3.33. So the next one logically is 3.0 plus 1.0. You know.
Fucking Anno.
I'll follow him to the ends of the earth. I will, though. Like, he's made the best Godzilla in 20 years.
I guess. I haven't seen it, but I guess.
You haven't seen Shin Godzilla?
Nope.
John, you saw Godzilla. What'd you think of it?
Talking about this latest one, King of Monsters.
King of the Monsters.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
I heard it's the best Yu-Gi-Oh movie to date. No. Pretty much somebody said this is the exact opposite of the last film where there's not a lot of human things, it's all fighting.
Yes.
And did you see the thing from, was it Jurassic Park with Wayne Knight? Somebody's pretty much like saying like, there's no humans, it's just all fighting. He's like, oh, people, did you hear him? He said, there's no humans, there's all fighting. Yeah, see, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Even though it's around, 40-some% Rotten Tomatoes, nobody cares.
Well,
like,
it's because, like, reviewers are, like, talking about it because, this is not, like, a good film. It's like, it's supposed to be giant monsters fighting, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Godzilla?
Fucking, yeah. The title is King of the Monsters.
It's not,
like,
Godzilla's never going to be fucking Citizen Kane. Like.
Rosebud. That's a new monster.
But, it made me watch, I haven't watched it yet, but I did see, some clips from. Have you guys ever seen Godzilla: The Final War?
Nope.
Pretty much every Godzilla iteration, every monster comes back and they fight.
Who
they
wins?
take the one with Matthew Broderick. He's in it, and his name is just Zilla.
Mm.
And they kill him in 10 seconds. Literally, he shows up, and then Godzilla just breathes him dead. Like, literally, just like. You could tell it back in the day, we're going to bring every iteration back, even the shitty American one. Yeah, technically we brought it back and we killed it, so.
Yep.
Took that old bitch out back and shot it.
Now, I will say at the time when that first came out, like,
Oh, Godzilla!
that was probably like my first, me actually seeing a Godzilla movie in those,
What, the
horrible
2014 one?
No,
Matthew Broderick.
That was my first time actually seeing all the way through Godzilla movie. Yeah, it's not the best. Fuck it. That's what I first saw. I did enjoy the cartoon for what I remember from it, but that's really how I see that.
I forget it had a cartoon.
It was on Fox.
Yeah, I remember it. But
Yeah.
the problem with the Godzilla movie, it's just Godzilla. There's no other monsters him fighting.
Yeah, it's literally just him rampaging. And really, that doesn't work. That allegory doesn't really work when you set it in America because
Plus the
Godzilla
eggs.
is a representation of America
This is
attacking
America.
Japan. No, like, and so literally, it's like it makes no like that was just stupid. And at this point, we just want to see fucking giant monsters fighting. Like, who gives a shit?
Like, bring back all the old, like, what he fought against. And then apparently there's sides that they take, from what I've seen.
Well, apparently the next movie is Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole point with this movie, the last Godzilla was like, it's Ghidorah. So it's like, Godzilla loses at some point and Ghidorah takes over. And then he's like the new alpha monster. So it's
because
like,
they'd say that in the trailer, like, who's the alpha? Who can contend against the alpha?
so it's basically like, okay, the other monsters that are around, like, submit to this and actually serve Ghidorah. And then Godzilla comes back and wins.
That's literally the plot of How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yeah, I know.
That is literally. No, I'm kidding.
And Godzilla did it way back.
Godzilla's not. Toothless could kick his ass.
But okay, so but besides that, in the trailer, there's the docile giants, and then there's the destructive ones. But also from memes I've seen because of people already seen the movie, one of the monsters teams up with Godzilla, and there's like a power duo there.
Rodan.
Who?
Rodan.
I've seen Mothra with it, but
Mothra is actually technically on Godzilla's side, like it is in the original.
But
because Mothra recognizes Ghidorah is an alien species, not an actual monster of Earth.
Did 11 die?
No.
you
Damn
mean
it, my
Bobby?
predictions
Is it Bobby? No, it's not Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
There you go. There's Bobby Brown in there, but that's all I remember her name.
Bobby Brown.
All right. So now we can just call Tyler James Myers and know what we're talking about.
Hey! Yeah.
Or just call her 11.
Yeah.
Or call Tyler 23.
That's like calling Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter. He's not only known for that, John.
Yes, he is.
Okay, you
He's
sassy.
he's not gonna escape that. I'm sorry.
What was that movie he did? It was he was a devil fawn or something like that.
Oh, I'm thinking of a Swiss Army Man.
I still want to watch that one.
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
No, I don't. It didn't come out in theaters, so I didn't see it. If it
It
did,
did
it was like
come
a
out.
day.
Nope.
How long did it stay in theaters?
Had a limited release.
But was it around our
around R is what?
theaters?
I don't remember.
Besides
I didn't
Atlanta?
see it in theaters.
Exactly.
I saw it through other means, Tyler.
We know where you see most of your other means.
Shut up. Shut up. I see him in my dreams. Full on movies.
Did they get to you through Wi-Fi?
Nope. Speaking of which, who's all done the Google Stadia
Stadia?
test?
I don't know what that is.
See if you can stream. Like their console basically have a website where you can go in and they say all you need is 35 MB and you can stream 4K quality.
Yeah, fuck no. I for real cannot do that.
No, but it's like in this area you could get up to a gigabit.
But also,
consistent
people are saying like 35 is not enough, and Google's just trying to say that so you buy shit.
Yeah,
Like you're not gonna be able to stream 4K.
Yeah, no.
Like the game over a network. It's not like you're installing the game. You're streaming the game.
Yeah.
Like, but they have a founder pack for $130. I'm like, I'm not buying into this. Like I'm not. Like I don't give a shit.
Well, the problem with it is like the games they've announced. It's like that's going to be by the time Stadia comes out. It's like the games will be out for a month or two, and then at some point with Stadia, you still have to buy the game. So it's like I could just buy it earlier on a console or PC before
And run it just fine.
And then by the time that comes out on that, it's probably dropped to, well, depending on where you get it, it's probably dropped about a few dollars.
So the big thing
tens.
with Stadia is like, okay, what exclusives do you have? Which I think they have a couple, but none of them are like game busters. Like, oh, I'm gonna get it for this, or they have ridiculous deals. So it's like a PS Plus experience where it's like, oh, this month I got X game for free, or I get this list of games for free I could play, like
Didn't
some sort of
they-
rotation. I don't know.
I don't know if they announced it as exclusive, but didn't Baldur's Gate got announced?
Baldur's Gate 3,
It got announced, but it's not exclusive.
That was like a teaser trailer or something.
Yeah. I can't remember. I didn't really watch the event. I just saw the highlights.
I didn't
Well, it's
either. I just saw an
Baldur's
article.
Gate 3, which has been like 19 years since the other one. Actually, a bunch of the older Baldur's Gate and some other games are getting remastered and put on Switch.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's neat. What else did they announce?
They announced that Steve Jobs is...
They announced that Darksiders Genesis, which is like a Diablo-esque
Darksiders game.
game. Well, it's from that viewpoint, so they assume it's like Diablo.
Didn't they say they were remastering the first Diablo 2?
Not
Not Diablo 2, but Diablo TOO.
No, Diablo 1. They did announce that. I think officially, if not, it's pretty much all but confirmed. I think they did announce it. They
Was
sure
it for
did.
the Switch or just in
No,
general?
they just announced. I'm sure it's gonna be PC first, but
The first Diablo remaster?
Yeah,
I'm
they're
pretty
remastering
sure they're
it.
remastering it.
Which, I mean, that kind of loses some of the appeal, but
Whatever.
for what the game was at the time, it's
That's where
kinda...
Blizzard's just going down the toilet.
Well, the thing is it Blizzard's decision or Activision's?
Right
I
now,
know-
it doesn't matter because they're both shooting themselves in the foot.
But it also depends on who's doing the remastering. Because I honestly doubt Blizzard has the time at this point to do it, but...
Yeah, because they killed off that first-person shooter of they were working on, and like, you know what? Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 need the work.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we have no clue when they'll get released.
I'm with Jess on this, like, why Overwatch 2, especially...
Yeah, Overwatch seems like it's not gonna. Apparently, like okay,
just
so
make Overwatch a platform.
no. Here's
work off it.
apparently
Done.
it's not Overwatch. That's just internally what it's called. But
Yeah, I
apparently
know.
it's like a spin-off. It's gonna be PvE focused. Like my thing
Oh,
is like
different-
apparently it's gonna be kind of like a campaign.
I guess.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, if you do that, okay, because I was like, literally, it's like you're still supporting Overwatch base, like as it is. I was like, so, and it just seems like really soon, even though 2016 is only 3 years ago. I guess like they're trying to get another game out there while the iron's hot. Like they don't want to make a spin-off 3 years from now when like Overwatch is dying. You know what I'm saying? Like
Plus, I think overall, like, in terms of all their games,
you gotta strike while the iron's hot, Tyler.
the one that's making the most money is still Hearthstone because of PAX bought.
Well, yeah, of course it has but also a lot of some people said they're calling it Overwatch 2 because they really might have to replace some stuff internally because you've seen all the
loot
crate
box stuff, yeah.
the loot crate
All
laws
the
that are coming
laws,
through.
yeah.
Like they're all pretty much scared of that.
Yeah, at that point, you're basically revamping your game, so you might as well just make a new.
Exactly. Just resell the game, get $60. Tyler looks genuinely upset about this.
No, I'm trying to think, like, how could they do a loot box style but not loot box? Like, you still, like, earn, like, tokens or whatever for level ups.
I mean,
are you going to buy the skin outright, or are you just going to buy a box?
I mean, they could technically keep the loot boxes and just be like, you have to earn the loot boxes. You can't buy loot boxes and make it easier to earn them.
No, people are saying, like,
challenges
it's straight up like how gambling in Japan is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you buy a card, and you win a card, and you sell that card for another card with however much money you won. Basically, it's like in other countries where it's easier to get guns, but they have laws about it. I don't think it's guns. It's just something like that. Something that's stolen, or I can't resell this. So I'm going to sell Tyler you this bottle of water. It's illegal to sell this. Well, I can sell you this for whatever the market price for this is, and you can just have this with it. So I'm selling you this, and this is a gift.
So in a sense, because I used to buy them, a guy online would sell, like, the coins or whatever real-life currency translated to in-game, but you would get a gift for buying the card, which... Okay.
Yeah. So that was the way of getting around that. And apparently, like, China's way strict against it. Apparently, that's probably what's scaring Activision is the Chinese market.
Probably. Fucking Chinese. Always playing our games and shit.
Apparently, they canceled a StarCraft first-person shooter, which I think is weird. I figured that would be the one franchise they could translate to that.
It's either been a Ghost or a first-person shooter. It's like anything that's not
another StarCraft.
RTS. It's like, well, nope, we're gonna kill it.
John, the thing is,
I could see it as a VR game.
I don't think I needed a StarCraft first-person because Doom's already good.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much what it would be, is like a reskin Doom. Get Bethesda on the phone. Just let them do like a reskin of that.
Well, that's
basically what Rage 2 is, a reskin of
But
Doom.
that's why if it's like StarCraft Ghost or something, then it's like, okay, there's actually abilities and powers with it. And it's like, when they say first-person shooter, it's like, okay, so everybody just going to be a bunch of Marines? Is this basically an Alien versus Predator type game?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what StarCraft is, but...
Which would be interesting. I would like that type of game. Bring back Alien versus Predator.
Apparently we're supposed to see Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 announced at BlizzCon this year.
They have nothing else, really.
They have to announce Diablo 4. We already know. Pretty much they said the Diablo 4 announcement was supposed to come last year. They pulled it last minute, and they just substituted with Diablo Immortals or whatever, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, it's... They need to go ahead and announce Diablo 4. It's been 9 years. It came out in 2010, right?
Diablo 3?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or 2009, 2010. So it's been almost... by the time they release it, it'll probably be 10 years.
2010 was more StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
And then maybe a couple years Diablo 3.
Very end of either 2009 or very early 2010 was Cataclysm. I know that much because we have a picture of me holding it when that came to my house.
2012.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was more like end of high school.
Well, we were been graduated for a year.
I said like 2010 was StarCraft 2, then a couple later Diablo 3, you dum-dum.
Well, like I said, end of 2009
I don't
or
give
early
a
2010
damn about your WoW.
was Cata.
We're going to classic WoW.
Are you?
New WoW is dead.
Are you actually doing it?
Yeah, sure, I'll try it.
Because I know in beta right now the cap is to 40, and the one streamer I follow, Asmongold, he has like 30,000 views like a stream, but that's because of how he reacts to stuff. It's just his persona plus what his thoughts on the game, but still.
Hasn't he played Classic?
He said he technically started playing right before BC came out, so technically he played Classic, but not really. But apparently he played enough to where he could get in-game stuff in. But yeah, pretty much from level 31 or 32 in the beta, they've pretty much just been grinding all the Scarlet Monastery dungeons, and right now, that's the fastest way to level up. But if they're having lockouts like they did in Classic, you can only run it like 5 times before you're locked for the day. So, granted, from what I saw, they weren't doing that on the beta, so maybe the rules were different in Classic, I don't know. but it could still potentially happen. Well, no. Let me take that back. When you kill a boss in the dungeon, that's when it technically locks you to that run. If you kill nothing but the mobs, you can run it however many times you want.
So,
when was the last WoW expansion?
2019?
Last year.
So it was 2017?
So they do?
If it was 2017, it was very late. If not,
yeah, it's probably end of. It's usually late.
Yeah. So what? What'd you say?
So they can announce that at BlizzCon?
They already announced it like a year or two ago, and it's
What's the name?
WoW Classic.
I mean, the expansion to the actual WoW.
Oh, that one? That probably won't be either until this BlizzCon, which is in November.
That's what he's asking.
We don't have a name for it if they are going to,
God,
or it's going to be next year.
No, Battle for Azeroth just launched in August.
Okay, so it's been a year.
That's what I was on. It's like,
Hasn't been a
year. Okay.
Yeah, it's every 2 years.
Okay,
It's
Warcraft
every 2
3.
years.
Oh, wait, they already did that. Damn it. A Warcraft sequel.
Well, the
Maybe they'll announce
remaster's
that.
coming.
Yeah, the remaster's coming.
They're so scared to move past WoW. Because they know, like, as far as, like, Blizzard saying, because, I mean, I know Hearthstone's pretty much, like, dead. Like, even, like, competitive Hearthstone's not as big as it used to be.
Yep.
Because they went back to Arena. Well, went to Arena.
Yeah. So are we done with the Blizzard stuff? Anybody else?
I mean, unless you got another topic.
I was going to talk about, like, Pokemon.
Oh, yeah,
Have
we
you seen
were
the
on
trailer?
that a bit.
Yeah.
And then,
I said we could have you. So
Like 40 minutes ago.
Pokemon Shield and Sword had a new trailer, and I'm really liking the way the game looked. That open area. I was talking to Chad about that. I was like, this is like the first like big thing that like Game Freak's done. They're usually like being like restricted by handheld. So I'm hoping, and this is like Generation 8 has that area that's going to tease them, and they know they got to go full on with it. Generation 9, I just told Chad I'm fucking happy if they just like put Pokemon spawns on Breath of the Wild's map. That's what I want. Like you just put a bunch of different terrains and just go, man.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's nice that terrains aren't flat anymore, but it's like, they almost look barren.
Yeah.
But that's because it's like Breath of the Wild.
Well, that's where,
like,
and that's where, like, yeah. And they're gonna have like Pokemon. I did like how they said like, hopefully they weren't just like blowing smoke. Hopefully it's like depending on the day or the conditions or stuff, it's gonna be a randomized Pokemon you can go out there because like he saw an like fully evolved Pokemon out there, so it might be something like cool to go out there like every day because they could make it like Pokemon Go or like there's this event going on, this is spawning here. I was like, that's actually one way to make like Pokemon more of a platform service in a way, which is what I wanted them to do with some other franchises within Nintendo's things. Like I've always wanted Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had all the content from Mario Kart 8 and didn't have anything else new to it other than a revamped multiplayer. The game's not going to look much better. If they make a Mario Kart 9, it's not going to look that much better. They could have just been like, yeah, we're going to have every 6 months, here's 4 tracks. Like, had a new cup. Like, I thought they could do that. Like, and make it a platform. Games is a service. And I would have done, I mean, shoot. I mean, do you remember the price on the Mario Kart DLC? You got 8 new tracks, 3 new playable characters. I think they were like $7.99 a pop. Like, that was dirt cheap. Granted, when you view it from the base of the whole game, yeah, it's expensive, but for an additional development, $8, and you got basically $1 per track, and then like Link playable. I was sold day ones from Link. So, but back to Pokemon. Like, okay, so giant Pokemon, Dynamax. So apparently somebody that predicted Dynamaxing and had the names of all the trainers that they listed in that trailer. There's some more details coming out, and I don't want to talk about the leaks on it specifically here, but
why not? Everybody else has leaked every game.
Gigantification isn't the end of it all. It's
super gigantification.
No. It's like gigantification is the second form of it, and apparently, like when you do that to certain Pokemon, they change. Like apparently, the one they listed is Meowth becomes like this. The only way I can describe it is he becomes Lolcat, like the long one.
Yeah.
Like, in a way, like, and apparently, but there's gonna be like regional evolutions. And one they listed, which I really hope is true, because he's a really overlooked Gen 1 Pokemon that always wanted to do something. Like, I thought in Sinnoh he'd be an easy one to get an evolution.
Hold on, let me try and guess.
Alright.
Does this Pokemon have an evolution?
No, that's what?
That's the whole point.
Farfetch'd.
Yes.
Woo!
Apparently he becomes Surfetched.
Because
it's in Europe.
I
He's
know,
like
but
a knight.
does he have a top hat and a
We
monocle
don't
and a
know,
cane?
it's just a text.
His leak because of fucking cane.
Apparently is like the team is Team Yell. Apparently they support.
Spell it.
I think it's just
YELL.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like it's
We gonna yell our shit.
But yeah, like he listed like that grass gym leader, and he even described him. He said it has like a baby face. Like literally, the guy had seen the trailer, and like, or he at least knows enough of the beginning of the game. He knows the first 4 gyms. Looks like we're getting a fairy gym leader.
Ooh. Well,
He said no new types, and he described a few more Pokemon.
Ooh.
So I'm really excited. I can't wait to have a Pokemon game on Switch. I'm just kind of worried because it's like, it's just like I think I'm gonna get one physically and have to get one digitally. The one I get digitally is gonna be the one I'm actually gonna play a lot. Same thing with Animal Crossing. I was like, I'm gonna have to download that because I made that mistake with the 3DS one. Where it's I put the card out and you just don't want to swap them out every day, and I was like, but if I have it downloaded, it'll be a little bit easier to boot it up every day. So I'm gonna have to download Animal Crossing, but I like to have physical things, so I'm gonna have to fucking buy 2 copies. Man, actually, if it has some trade functionality, it might not be too bad, but fuck it. John, what'd you think about it?
I mean, it's Gen 8. I'm looking forward to a Pokemon the game that actually has gyms. For whatever reason, Sun and Moon just...
Well, you don't like the island
apparently
bosses?
Apparently that's another thing.
The Kahuna thing was a nice, like, diversion.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The Totem Pokemon, I was like... I just wanted the gym.
The Totem Pokemon was like a stepping stone to like the raids.
Yeah,
But
like,
I liked it enough. It felt like they
it
diverted
wasn't
from some
bad.
stuff.
It was just... It wasn't... I was like, okay, it's fine. It's just... I couldn't get hooked.
I just feel it's not gonna like. I haven't replayed it, but I feel like if you replay Sun and Moon, it's not gonna be as good the second time around.
I mean, I got Ultra Sun and Moon and I was playing it, and I think I stopped in the exact same spot.
I never started Ultra Sun and Moon because I heard they weren't too different enough, and I was like, yeah, I bought them, but I was like, I just haven't played them.
So, John, have you seen any of the memes coming from the trailer?
For Pokemon?
Yes.
Like what?
The hell? Sure. No.
Well, there's one I shared in chat earlier where it's like, get an Electrode, Gigantify it, or Dynamax,
Yeah.
or I use Explosion, blow up everybody in the stadium. Like,
Yeah.
That's one. I was mostly talking about one of the new Pokemon they revealed, who's like the, like a normal starter Pokemon.
oh, the sheep?
Yeah, the
Wooloo.
sheep. Wooloo.
Wooloo.
Wooloo. There's a whole bunch of people who are like, this is too precious, don't loot, and the internet, they looted it, so...
Well,
But also it's not the professor, right? It's the professor's assistant.
Professor's her grandmother's the professor.
Okay,
Professor
but
Magnolia.
People have looted the fuck out of her. So
Well, yeah, they do that for every Poke Girl. Like literally, like
I
10
thought they said her
seconds.
name was Sonia.
It is.
Okay,
Her grandmother is the professor. She's professor's
Magnolia?
assistant. Magnolia.
the trees actually look pretty good.
Yeah, they're all named after trees, Tyler.
I know, but we have a lot around here, so
Professor Sycamore.
yeah, there was some good ass Roll 34 of Sonia coming out.
Yep. At least this one's legal age. Usually they lewd the shit out of the Pokemon trainers. Like, they're 10, right?
They're supposedly.
They are 10. What?
Well, you ever heard of aging up your art? Either way, yeah. There's some good ass loos of Pokemon trainers, but they underage, so.
Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar in there, so I guess I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dynamax form of those.
Get a giant Gengar.
Actually, no. First Pokemon series technically had Dynamax forms of Gengar,
Yes.
but they were just
technically.
ancient relic Pokemon, so maybe this is an ancient relic type evolution. Ooh.
I mean, the
Ooh.
Pokemon anime series already had the first Dynamax with Tentacruel.
Fuck Tentacruel.
Nah, he
I thought it was a
fucked that
banned
shit.
episode now.
Yeah,
Because
after
of 9/11.
No, after the tsunami. After
Tsunami,
the
9/11. He still destroys a building in it.
That's something. I think it was in America for like 9/11, but I think internationally it is too because of the
Yeah.
tsunamis. But
I mean, then they had to ban a fucking episode with Whiscash, right?
yeah,
because of a
earthquakes.
fucking earthquake. Yeah,
Yep.
this fucking
Same with
groundwater
Ditto.
Pokemon who
Same
knows
with
earthquake.
Ditto, causing flashing lights.
That was Porygon.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
And then Dragonite.
Actually,
No, Dragonair and Dratini because of guns.
did you know because that episode is the reason why Dragon Ball Super? Do not watch Dragon Ball Super on Toonami. No, because like they're having to for a lot of like the fast punching, they're having to cut the frame rate.
I noticed that in the last episode.
Yeah,
it's
apparently
like the animation was like almost like a still frame. I'm like,
Jason DeMarco, he looked into it. Apparently, it's like they have to run this test, and it failed it. And it also failed it in Japan. So what Japan did is they kind of grade scaled the side of the screen so like some of the swooping effects were coming. It's
basically like an epilepsy type. Of
yeah,
thing.
and so they're doing that like literally. If you watch it on Crunchyroll and all that, it looks normal. Apparently, the solution in America is slow down the frame rate. Like,
well, it was basically they slowed it down and they cut it. So it's like, okay, you're going to look at these 1 frames for longer, and I guess they're going to try to tweak it and make it look smoother. But it's like,
but in like Japan's solution is like you kind of grayscale it a little bit to cut down on the color flash. Like theirs is like actually probably easier. You just throw a filter on it, like, and you're done. But I don't know. I just thought it was weird that they did that. But also, just don't watch the Dragon Ball Super dub. It's no good.
Well, that's what I'm watching.
It's no good.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it tomorrow. Well, depending on when I get home or if I'm home, I'll probably watch it if I remember. Usually, okay, I might. I kind of want to watch My Hero Academia. That starts at 10:30 now.
Where are they at on the dub?
Oh fuck. The attack when they were all at the summer camp, that's already happened.
Has he fought Muscular yet?
Yeah, he already fought him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that attack's over. So what? Are they training?
They're probably still training. I haven't kept up with it since that episode pretty much. So they're probably around 5 to 7 episodes after that. Like that's already happened.
Oh, so are they in the pro license exam?
Again, I haven't seen it in a while, so probably, but.
So you want to watch it, but you haven't watched it in weeks.
Yeah.
This ongoing story.
Either I'm at work and then
this is why he couldn't watch Game of Thrones, John. I'm watching 3 weeks. He'd be like, shit, what the fuck? Sansa's in charge now?
Either I'm at work or
There's a fucking wedding?
I'm at work, I come home, I don't...
He waits 2 seasons. There's another fucking wedding?
I don't immediately get on the fucking TV. I'm on my computer first, and then by the time I get on the TV, it's like midnight. So because of their schedule change, I definitely can't see it.
You can't just have them both on?
Or...
He leads such a hard
life,
life,
my
John.
mom's on the main TV where my computer's at, so I'm not on it.
He leads such a hard life, John.
Or I'm literally going from work to home to downtown, or just hanging out with y'all wherever.
Why don't you yell at your mother and be like, go to bed, it's late.
Get your old ass to bed, you old stank bitch.
Or just yell at her,
John,
like,
she's up
make
till like...
me a boiled egg.
John, she's up till like 1.
And is she making that boiled egg before she goes to sleep?
And she gets up around like 7 or 8.
To make you another boiled egg?
Just tell her to make a boiled egg and just change the channel on her.
I go egg a boiled egg.
John, there's literally a TV where I sleep. I could potentially go back there, but
why don't you just move your computer back
first.
there? Why don't you just move your computer back there?
Where's the internet coming from?
What?
The port where we have like the internet coming out from, there's nothing like that back there.
You don't have a telephone line back there. Your grandmother had a telephone line
I ain't putting no filter on that shit.
It's not hard, Tyler.
I don't want to do this shit.
You literally just moved the equipment back
It literally is plugging the shit that is currently where it's at now. Plug that out. Here's a hot tip for you. Take it out. Don't remove anything. Just literally move it back over and plug it in.
That is too much work. I am used to fapping in that spot.
You like to fap at a public place. Well, in a more public area.
In a communal area.
I mean, I'm not doing it with people around, but
yeah,
yes.
you do. Yes, you do. Chad said when he lived there, you would just do it. When he would get up to get like a glass of water or something, you would just keep doing it. And you didn't care.
You did it with Chad in the room. You did it with Alan right by you. We were all technically in the same room.
Yeah, we were all in that room, man.
But he was drunk as fuck.
No,
John was.
Why don't you just control yourself?
John was dizzy lying down.
Okay.
John was dizzy as he fell down onto his bed.
Tyler, let's talk about this. Like,
we've already talked about this stuff multiple times.
You need to stop jacking off so much.
It is pleasurable.
To who?
The person jacking off.
Not the Lord. So you're jacking others off?
Did you say not the Lord, not the Lord?
Not the Lord.
The Lord does not
the Lord. Not the Lord Grey either.
The lore of the jacking off is not pleasurable.
All I know is I'm going to get a text and it's going to say ruptured testicle. I'll be like, yep, that was Tyler.
John undid the staples.
John, I'm not saying the jacking off possibly made that happen, but overall they say it's genetic. So
that's not true.
You're just going to burst.
Let us look this shit up.
Look up what?
It says it's not.
You did not have enough time to look this up.
Says it's not.
Apparently, torsion is primarily genetic in terms of testicular. Torsion. John, is that how you say torsion every time?
Torsion.
Oh! According to the doctors...
That's your weakness?
No. They say, it doesn't happen too often. Not too often, but it is primarily genetic. My dad never had it. They didn't say anything.
Was it a male or female doctor that unwinded your testicles?
Was it? Okay, who actually performed the surgery? No idea. Because I was fucking knocked out, John. But I mean, like, for the follow-up and all that, yeah, it was a guy. I think it was a guy.
I'm just saying, if it was a guy, then you're like, you've already been touched by a guy, so you're like off-putting to read. You've been soiled already.
I mean, that's a silver lining there.
I'm just saying, if it keeps you from getting like touched by Reed,
I mean, if someone tells me like you don't know what it's like to have an ultrasound for a baby or something like that, I'm like, I've had an ultrasound, so they had to technically do an ultrasound to make sure the blood's flowing. So
why do you find like the oddest things to brag about?
I mean, you don't know the struggle. I have to go to an ultrasound. Blah blah blah. I've had an ultrasound, bitch.
How many staples did they put in?
At least 2.
Like metal staples? Or...
I don't know.
Let me get a powerful magnet and we'll test this theory out.
You could always try. I feel like they were some kind of like non breaking down. What's the word for it, John? Where they're plastic, but they're not gonna like corrode or anything.
I have no idea.
I think they were mostly plastic, but still.
Wait, you mean the dissolving ones?
Unbiodegradable?
Yeah, I guess,
whatever.
yeah, non-dissolving plastic. Have no chance to dissolve.
Usually like when they do that for like a surgical thing, they dissolve after like a month's time.
Yeah, no,
yours is more of a permanent thing. So
yeah, they like staple that shit down so it won't happen again. You want to feel, John?
I'm gonna get a rare earth magnet and just like
a rare earth magnet.
Yes, those are powerful things.
Those are powerful things.
Oh, that's a powerful boy.
You're gonna test your testicles and
you're
then
just gonna see if they start like if my balls
just rip them out. Ah!
Like here's my pants magnet zoom.
At that point, it probably just rips it right off.
Nah. They'll be I mean they'll move, but I don't think they're gonna like come flying off.
I'll get 2 magnets. Oh, what the hell? Can we go back to Pokemon instead of talking about Tyler's testicles?
So, the mascot for Pokemon Sword is literally like 2 different things I've seen before, and people have already said it. One's from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other...
It's a dog holding a sword. How else is gonna...
What
it's
was
not
the
going to
other
be thrown
one?
off and look similar.
I said it to Hayden today, or maybe... No, I said it to, I think, Steven. There's another image of a dog or dog-like creature holding a sword.
Holding a sword. Would this have to do with Zoids?
No, I said that was the shield one, the shield liger. Because you know what kind of... I mean, it essentially kind of looks like a shield liger.
It does.
But no, it was some other... Like, they compared it to Dark Souls boss or whatever, and then something else. I have to find it, but still. If y'all can find it before I do, chime in on the comments.
When are they going to release the gun-wielding dog?
Oh, yeah, that one.
You mean Metal Garurumon?
I actually said, because in the Discord, people were like, I can't wait till the gun one. I'm like, and people started listing off, like, different types of, like, just, I guess that time period are just weapons, like dog creatures or whatever for the 3rd game.
Mm-hmm.
How about Pokemon Trebuchet? It fits with the Reddit subreddit and the memes of trebuchets are like the ultimate siege weapon, but also I can see a fucking trebuchet mounted to a dog creature.
They have like trains and cars and stuff.
But it's also Europe.
Age. They have modern age technology. Do you think they're stuck in like the 1300s?
John, the trebuchet is the most powerful siege weapon.
What are you talking about, Tyler?
Wow.
What are you talking about? No, I was not. I zoned out of your bullshit.
And,
Like, I was like,
and then someone else said something else after I said trebuchet, and then I was thinking like, what
basically,
about Pokemon Attack Helicopter?
So basically, the gun Pokemon, they were debating what weapon he holds.
Well, no,
so they figured it's
okay.
Europe. So let's give him a trebuchet. I'm like,
well, I was trying to
normal gun, like a musket.
I mean, yeah, fucking guns like the obvious choice because fucking, you know, usually the third game is like the most powerful of whatever they're doing for the time. But what I was thinking about the subreddit of Reddit's like trebuchet, like subreddit, and how they're always about like, yeah, this is the most fucking powerful siege weapon like ever invented. Fuck, but. That's why I was trying to like just make it like a funny.
You know what I'll do? I'll just bring a nuke.
But then,
like, here's my siege weapon. Bye.
But literally after that, I was thinking like, what about Pokemon Attack Helicopter?
that's getting a little cringy.
You see, it's funny yet cringy.
No, it's not.
Hold up.
Funny. It's just cringy.
I didn't put it in the chat because I was like, ooh, that could like spark some debate on like the whole thing about identity and all that. But
was there anything else in the direct? I don't remember.
Probably some guy having
a good time. We got distracted with the raids. We saw the gym leader.
They have another turtle Pokemon. Apparently, they just fucking love turtles. The new crow.
It's a steel flying
Corviknight. Actually, theory is because he takes you traveling back and forth. He's just this black bird that flies places. He
looks like a steel haunch crow.
Every time you've ever flown back in the other games where they didn't show like a ride Pokemon, it's always been like a black bird. So people think like Corviknight's been there all along, but it's just convenient. I mean, we've never had a raven Pokemon, so I don't think he's a crow. I think he's a raven.
I still think like it looks like a steel haunch crow, essentially.
Wait, that is not what a haunch crow looks like at all.
Haunch
crow. That's what it says.
That's what it looks like.
It does not look like a haunch crow.
Body wise,
it's a bird that it's a little bulkier. Is that it?
Hold on, what's the name of this Corviknight?
Yeah,
Corviknight. Corviknight and night. Boom.
Ludicolo! Alright, pull up Corviknight.
Some images. There's no images coming up. There it is. So besides the hat, metal haunch crow.
They're birds.
Metal haunch crow.
They're black birds, okay.
That one has some white in it.
You're hurting your point. You're not
also, I for some reason I thought like
this. You know what, Tyler? You know what? Metal Swalo.
Swalo?
Swalo.
Who the fuck?
Talos of all form.
I thought it was Swellow.
Swalo.
Of the three starters, which one are you picking?
I will say though,
I'm waiting for their evolutions. God damn you, Score Bunny! Did you see it? Score Bunny has a fighting technique.
Yeah,
Firefighting's confirmed.
I think
at this point, like Score Bunny didn't come out on me. I like the water one, but Grookey, I kind of like him.
I think he comes out with a dark one.
Maybe. Like people have been theorizing for a while. Like they should.
Yeah, how are you getting fucking Swalo? It's Swellow.
Sorry, I'm thinking about something else. Thinking about Piloswine. But I don't know. I'm thinking about Grookey. Just because also he is just one letter away from being a racial insult. Grookey! I'm the new voice of Grookey for the anime.
No, you ain't.
Yep, every time. Hey, Grookey, you want some? The anime director says he wants to say, all right. Grookey!
Let's not.
Well, every time. I was probably going to do Sobble.
I'm going to be a little monkey and beat you with a stick.
Yeah.
I don't know. That thing'd be cool. Tyler's gonna be a little Score Buddy because he wants to fuck Lola Rabbit.
Nope. I was saying possibly. What, Sobble?
Apparently the guy that leaked things out. Apparently he gets like Sobble gets a investigator theme thing. I can't remember what he said exactly, but apparently I don't know. Apparently mine just was gonna become a gorilla with a stick.
A gorilla with a stick.
Grukel.
You're the Grukel?
I'm the Grukel. That sounds like an old German like folklore monster.
It makes me think like Juggernaut almost.
So during
Watch out, bitch,
Nintendo's
I'm the Grukel.
conference, are they gonna announce any more Pokemon stuff?
No, that's why they did this.
So we're not even
they might
going to see
some,
like the starter evolutions at any point.
No, they usually I doubt it. They usually
I'd very release get that.
Nah, if it's anything to do with Sun and Moon, they're pretty much gonna like every 2 to 3 weeks have like a trailer just drop with information until release. It worked, Tyler. You don't like that? Hey, you don't want to know anything about the game?
Give me a surprise.
They did have all that.
Give me a surprise on launch.
You don't want to know anything. You just want to blind buy a game.
But
you don't buy games.
Just buy me a Switch and buy me the sword or the shield.
You wouldn't play it.
And I will play the open area map part only.
Tyler won't even get to the past first gym.
Yeah, I'm only playing the fields.
You probably got to get past that, Tyler.
Well, I mean, if that's what it takes, I might.
You really won't play. You just don't play games. You're not good at them.
I never try to be good.
Yeah, you do. You think you're good at WoW. You say, I'm hot shit.
I don't raid
I'm
at
as
all.
real as it gets. I knock you out, kid.
I don't raid. If I do raid, it's just like, hey, will y'all take me? Cool. I'll just do whatever.
You ever think about not doing that? Stop it. Get help.
I always think about living the good life.
It's the good life. So why you sipping on that beer away? It's the good life. Tyler's sicking his dog's on me today.
I don't own dogs.
Get him. So,
tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
I think we got one more topic in us.
What's the topic? Where are we at? What time frame are we at, John? What are we doing? What's the topic?
Hour 15.
What's the topic?
We got
What?
I just got a short episode. You know what I mean? Like,
what?
We got one more topic in us. I'm not saying it again.
Hold on, can I get the Buddha right quick?
No.
Ooh.
All right, so let's talk about
Death match.
Death Cab for Cutie.
That was my second thing, but death match also.
Name a Death Cab for Cutie song.
Emo shit.
Nope.
Metal emo shit.
Nope.
Cab for rides.
Cab for... What else do you have a cab for?
Sex.
Here's my sex cab.
Sex cab for cutie.
You got sex hair, and I'm the one who gave it to you. That's a song from Parks and Rec.
It sounds like it, based off your impression of that person, yes.
I fell in the pit. He fell in the pit.
Everyone fell in the fucking pit.
They do, though. Multiple people.
Yes.
So,
what's the last topic, my dude?
the last topic's gonna be you naming a Death Cab for Cutie song.
No. Let's take bets right now. When will I see Chad's kid?
Alright, I'm going to win this bet. They're going to go into your place of work when you're there, and you're going to see the child for the first time.
Doesn't mean I have to look at the child. I could just keep my eyes
You're
on them.
You're going to be in the presence of child.
You're just going to turn around and it's going to be in your face.
Be like, who left this kid here?
Are you going to call DFAX?
I might.
Oh my.
Have y'all seen their house? I ain't saying they're going to stay there, but have you seen their house?
You love that kid.
I haven't even seen this kid.
That doesn't matter.
I'm going to slap it. I'm going to give it this first beer, this legal beer, or drink, depending what their preference is.
You're not going to slap that child. He would beat your ass.
The kid or Chad?
Chad.
Chad is a kid.
Chad would beat your ass.
Try it, bitch.
Tyler, I think he would pound your face in if you did that. Like,
that's a lawsuit.
No, that's a lawsuit which you did.
How?
You hit his child.
That was my legal right.
What?
His 1 week old child.
Hold up. So if I put a gun next to the child and he touches it, can I not defend myself?
If he's a 1 week old baby, I'm pretty
He's
sure
more than a week.
He's not
at this point.
He's not. He's a week and a day. He's not even 10 days old yet, Tyler.
Now you can always claim he was using the Second Amendment right.
So wait, what you're saying is Tyler. All right. So I know what you're saying. Hypothetically, like, there's a child like 5 years of age. There's a gun there. He grabs your gun.
It's not my gun. It's just a gun.
It's just disarm the child, but that does not beat the shit out of the child.
I never said I was beating the shit out of the child. I just said I was going to slap it.
No, you just snatch the gun from them, Tyler. You don't just beat them or hit them.
You snatch it, you slap them. Bad.
It's a 5-year-old. I would hope you would overcome them.
He's coming right for you.
I mean, that's what the cops would say.
There's just no instance in wherever nobody's ever going to side with you. You're okay with slapping the child.
Oh, but they'll side with the cops when
I wouldn't
they kill
say
it.
never. I'm sure there's an idiot out there that'll side with them. Mainly Reed.
Bar.
Or like Vic Mignogna's lawyers. You hear about those?
No, I haven't heard.
Apparently the lawyers are sending out emails to people that like tweeted stuff about Vic, and one of them was literally like, okay, actually, Tyler didn't read it out loud, but I was like, he didn't read it, so here's.
I have read it. You showed me it.
You said I don't have time to read that,
and you gave me the play-by-play.
Yeah. So on February 19th, 2019, at 8:31 a.m., you stated she, Monica, did nothing wrong. That fucking piece of shit did. This statement is defamatory and false because Mr. Yana is not a piece of shit. That is another name for feces. Thus, it is impossible for him to be a piece of shit, nor did he commit any crime as, and it just goes on and on. It's like, Jesus. So apparently, like, people are, like, forwarding this, like, YouTubers that are, like, lawyers, too, that have, like, channels like that, and they're just, like, straight up laughing. And it's like, the fact that this is, like, people were served with this, and, like, the person's, like, so am I okay to, like, frame this and tell my mom I've made it? Like, I've been, like, I tweeted something, you know, moms, I say, better watch what you say on social media. It's like, I'm getting served. He's like, oh, yeah, this is a fucking joke. Like, the fact that he raised, like, over $100,000, and this is the best his lawyers could come up with. Because apparently he's suing Funimation for loss of work, and it's like, well, they still have the right to not ever work with you again. Like, they can, because you're, like, an actor, like, he can audition, and they'd be like, all right, it'll be just like the people for Evangelion. Yeah. You can audition. All right, go ahead, Vic. Go. All right, thank you, Vic. All right, here we go. Actually, it's not even open audition for most stuff now. Like, they'd have for some roles, but I just think he needs to, like, stop, like, literally, like, get help. Like, he needs help. Like, and just go about his damn business. Like,
you know, I
fuck
think
off.
he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't care. I enjoyed the roles he did, but other than that...
glad, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you can enjoy the roles. I mean, separate the art from the artist. Like,
yeah.
He's still a piece of shit. And he did voice Edward Elric. Granted, I've always felt...
Edward Elric
is a rapist. But, no, Japanese was better anyway for Full Metal.
I don't think I heard it, but...
Brother!
Yeah, fuck that.
Brother! I did like in the movie Conquer of Shambhala, you can tell it was like 2 or 3 years after they recorded the original series. The voice of Alphonse was going through puberty. And then he had to get recast, and I was like, oh, that's sad. But I think it gave him some other role within the show, and I was like, I think that's all that kid ever did. I think he killed himself shortly after.
Do you have facts?
I'm just going to say that. I'm assuming it's true. I said it. I mean,
on the Off Topic podcast, you're getting sued for libel or slander. This person did not, in fact, kill themselves.
If that's the first thing they want to ding us for all the stuff that's happened, sure.
I mean, this is also like words against a celebrity. We've had like some parody moments, like just making fun of, but this is like the topic of killing yourself. So
you say you're gonna slap a child?
That's not killing someone, though. Granted, if I had the force of like to fry some chicken with, then yeah, I'll fucking kill him. But you haven't seen that, like, they did the math going around?
No.
Someone apparently calculated the speed and or force you would have to use to slap someone or something in order to, like, cook or fry it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, over 1,000 miles per hour for a hand slap. Or even more than that. I don't know. But it's a big number. It's like there's no human way possible for that to even happen. Bam. Math.
No.
Yeah. John, are you saying you wouldn't want to slap someone with that force? If you had the chance?
I'm looking at someone I might.
You're looking literally at popcorn and like a Millennium Falcon Lego when you said this, so... When you said it, you were not looking at anyone at the table. Now you are, but when you said it... He's moving the mic back and forth. I wonder what kind of effect that's going to have. I don't want to hear it later.
None.
Guess what you won't hear later? Any more of this podcast. We out. We also never introduced ourselves.
We did not.
I have been Professor Kukui.
I'm
Dr. Z.
I'm My Chemical Heart Attack.
A what?
He's about to do drugs. Like
self-induced. And
I'm just dead inside.
Hey, you want some help?
You're dead, not sleeping.
Exactly. Still John.
All right, now let me leave the listeners with one piece of advice.
I know a therapist.
One piece of advice. Kids, listen here and listen closely. If you ever see Tyler, do not give him a beer.
If you do, I will be grateful.
You see Tyler and you run
and
away and you scream.
And if I see you again, I will pay you back.
You scream, you say, "It's Tyler! It's Tyler! Run, everybody! It's Tyler!"
Yay.
And then if he chases after you, just know...
Where's my free beer?
The boy has no stamina. If you can keep it up for 20 seconds, you're golden.
I'm like a cheetah. I can sprint, but then I'm just
No,
dead.
you cannot.
I have done before.
A cheetah doesn't have stamina, you dumb.
I said I was a sprinter.
You're not even a sprinter. You are not fast at
I have
anything you
short
do.
bursts of speed, and then I gotta take a 24-hour cooldown on that. So
Up and down with your hands doesn't count.
Tyler said he can run super fast. He needs 24 hours after that
to recharge.
All right. Tyler's been Chester the Cheetah too.
I was not that.
Goodbye.
Hey.